People recording the most embarrassing moments of their lives and then proudly posting it online has become an extremely common trend. I'm still not entirely sure if they do it out of pure delusion, thinking that they're in the right or it makes them look good, or if they do it knowing that they're going to be a punching bag and a spittoon for the internet to just make fun of and point and laugh at. Ultimately, it doesn't really matter. I'm just happy to be brought along for the ride. They open up the door and they say, "Climb aboard, Charles. This train's bound for Cringe Town. Take your seat." So, I get to go on these pathetic journeys with our protagonists here, and today I've got a wacky one cooked up for you that I think probably a lot of you have seen, because apparently this went pretty viral on TikTok.
Whew. Let me just get the door for you.
Okay.
He got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car. Yes.
Our main character is upset because her date brought her to the Cheesecake Factory, and now she's refusing to get out of the car. Kind of like a toddler that refuses to get out of the car to go to school because they just don't want to go. She's just offended that he would dare take her to the Cheesecake Factory when that's not the most glamorous spot in the world.
Would you want me to open the door for you? Look. You're recording me?
Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory.
God, this just feels so sinister. The video opens with him being pretty sweet. He's like, "Oh, would you like me to get the door for you?" You know, like quintessential Disney chivalry, basically. You know, and he goes around the side to get the door, and that's when he's ambushed with the realization, like, "Oh, you're recording me." And she's doing this all, like, very proud of herself for it, as if she's somehow, you know, winning this whole exchange like it's some kind of competition. Like, he brought me to the Cheesecake Factory, so I'm gonna film and shame him for this in front of my whole audience. It's what he deserved. He commits the crime of taking me to the Cheesecake Factory, an unforgivable sin, because she believes it's beneath her. She's entitled to the highest-end restaurant Bikini Bottom has to offer here. Not the Krusty Krab, not the Chum Bucket, but that one restaurant that takes place in the giant pirate ship. I forgot the name of it. And now that she's not there, she's having a tantrum and trying to put this guy on blast in front of her audience for it.
This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
You want to talk about it? I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Come on, get up on in the car. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
I really just don't even understand what the problem is in the first place. At risk of sounding like an out-of-touch fool, what the fuck is wrong with the Cheesecake Factory? I know it's become like a little bit of a meme over the last year or so, but it's not some like dilapidated, rinky-dink stink establishment that just serves toxic sludge and shoelaces like some kind of barren wasteland of bad food service or anything. It's a fine restaurant. It's a fine chain. I've never had like a negative experience there or anything. It's also not super cheap, so it's not like he's, you know, taking her to the worst place he could possibly find via Yelp reviews or anything. Like, I've always enjoyed the Cheesecake Factory. You're not gonna go there and find glory holes in the bathroom stalls or anything. It's a decent spot. So, I mean, if this dude was trying to wine and dine me at the Cheesecake Factory, I might end up strangling his cock with my bussy. I would be appreciative. Like, it's not a bad restaurant. And at the end of the day, it shouldn't matter what restaurant or whatever the date takes place in, because you're not really going for the establishment itself. You're going for the company of the other person to get to know them and see if you're compatible or see if you can have fun together. At least that's how I envision dating should be. I don't think you're usually going there to just try and get like a good meal out of it. It's usually to try and experience something with somebody else and see how things go, if you hit it off or not.
When you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted. So you're courting her, right? You're supposed to take care of her. You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I agree. I
At the
went
Cheesecake
into this
Factory?
date as I expected.
While I appreciate the free tutorial on dating that she offers, I have to say, this lecture feels like some kind of monologue out of the climax of a romance anime. You're supposed to cherish, cover, protect her, keep her safe, wish her well. you're not going to the front lines of a fucking war zone. You're going to dinner. Like, what do you mean with all of this? It's not like he put you in harm's way. It's not like he, like, sat you down on landmines or something and played a game of chicken. Like, he says, you're just going to dinner, and he's done nothing wrong. You know, she's acting like she's the ADC in League of Legends and he's her support.
With the expectations for myself, to keep you safe, you know, to respect you, to pay for your food, of course, pick you up, of course, and just treat you like a gentleman, which I believe I have done.
I mean, you've been pretty nice, but I mean,
and then
Cheesecake Factory.
I, on the other hand, have certain expectations for a girl I go out with on the first date. I expect her to be respectful too.
That's totally reasonable. Expecting your date to be respectful. I think that's perfectly acceptable. This was extremely disrespectful from her. Not only to refuse to get out of the car because she didn't want to go to the Cheesecake Factory, but then to film this entire exchange blows my mind. How she couldn't process how bad she looks and how much she looks like an asshole here is beyond my comprehension. And I really think it just speaks to this main character syndrome that half of society is deluded with right now, where they're never in the wrong. It's all the props around them that are wrong. Now, there is another thing I want to mention. She doesn't have to go to the Cheesecake Factory just because her date brought her there. Like, let's say she treats the Cheesecake Factory like I do with Burger King. Hell on earth. You know, it's the worst place in the world. Maybe she hates the Cheesecake Factory as much as I hate James Corden, and she just really doesn't want to go. You can still handle this in a really appropriate adult manner by just simply saying something like, hey, look, I just don't like the Cheesecake Factory. I've never really enjoyed it. Is there any other restaurants we can go to tonight and that isn't here? And if not, maybe we can just reschedule and do something else some other time if that's okay. Like, you can still be super polite about it and have it be like a conversation with the other person as opposed to just whipping out your phone to try and dogpile and shame this person because they took you to a restaurant that you think is beneath you.
I mean, I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman.
But
I got myself all made up.
There's nothing wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay, well, look at my planner, where we were gonna go originally.
I actually really wish she had dove into like all the problems with the Cheesecake Factory and just gave me her scathing review, because I'm trying to figure out what all she could hate so much about the place. But anyway, I skipped around a little bit here, but I'll fill in the blanks. The guy in the video is clearly starting to get very nervous because now not only is his date being directly disrespectful to him, but now he also has to talk to her audience. So he's like basically on trial right now, getting interrogated and getting pressed because he dared take his date to the Cheesecake Factory.
See, now that's where we should have went. All right there. Call him.
No.
What do you mean no?
See, I'm waiting for a reservation.
We can still get to know each other. Isn't there another restaurant you can call that, like, you know, the equivalent to that? I mean,
I literally
you don't understand. Look at me. I cannot go in the Cheesecake Factory.
There's nothing wrong.
I will die.
Oh my god, her attitude is so infuriating. It's like someone wrote her as a character in a show that everyone is supposed to dislike. It's amazing that this is a real exchange. Now, again, I've cut quite a bit out here because it becomes mainly like a debate. Like, she's treating dating like it's a battle. So, he tries to explain, like, look, things haven't been great for me in our experiences so far either. You were, like, over an hour late, you know, previously, and then you didn't want to, like, hold my arm or anything like that, didn't invite me in, so I was just getting the signals that maybe we're not at this point where we should be going to these super expensive restaurants together. We should get to know each other a little bit, you know, slower at places like the Cheesecake Factory, which I think is a fine thought process there. Like, okay, so we're not at the point where we're close enough or really getting to know each other enough that we should be going to these, like, really wild places. Let's start small at something more like the Cheesecake Factory. I think that makes a ton of sense. And here, he says, like, look, this is where I think we could go at some point, or could have gone. And she's like, nope, that's where we should have gone tonight, call them now. And he's just like, no, I'm not doing that. So then she's saying, just call something else that's equivalently fancy. He's like, no, I'm not doing that either. Like, I can't believe that she still thinks this is a salvageable situation. This is completely ruined. This is kaput. You are not going to get dinner together tonight after this. You shouldn't be going to get dinner together after this. You have refused to get out of his car. You have decided to publicly try and humiliate him for something he didn't even really do wrong in the first place. Why the fuck would he then go out of his way to go to like another wildly over-the-top restaurant or something like that? It's pure delusion.
So, respectfully, I'm gonna just drop you off at home.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Yeah. I'm up.
So, you just want to call it a night? I mean, isn't there some kind of compromise or something? Ladies, can you believe this?
I was actually shocked that he still drove her home and offered to take her and drop her off. I imagine a lot of people in this situation would have told her just, you know, get out and take an Uber home or something. So I do think this was a big W move from the guy here. He felt very disrespected because he obviously was. And he said, look, this is where the evening concludes. I'm just going to take you home. And somehow she has the gall to be surprised. Like, I don't understand how she would be shocked that he's just taking her back. You've insulted him, and you have publicly tried to shame him. Why in the fuck would he still try and, like, compromise to find, like, a dinner for you two that evening? So, that's kind of where the whole thing stops. I just don't understand why she would ever do this in the first place. And not only do this, but then post it. It's so wild to me. It's such a fascinating concept. Because this is a truly embarrassing moment. You have filmed one of the worst dates I have ever seen. Well, I'm sure there's worse dates. But like one of the cringiest dates I've ever seen because of you. And you're the one that posted it. It's, I don't know, it's fucking awful. That's really about it. I just had to talk about it a little bit. That's it. See ya. I've said this a few times and I'll say it again. We have truly reached the golden age of scams. I think people today are more susceptible to a bunch of hullabaloo nonsense than we have ever been in the history of our species. Even all the way back to like the medieval ages when people would peddle snake oil, just a bunch of nonsense like, here's a health potion, right? And it's just like, you know, river water mixed with a little dirt and they sell that and people are like, oh, it's working, you know, that kind of stuff. I think even the people back then were more privy to scams than they are today. People buy into actually anything at all. And then they subscribe to that belief forever. They refuse to acknowledge that they have been scammed because I guess maybe their pride stands in the way of it, or maybe they truly convince themselves that it's working. Today we have a very interesting one from a Instagram influencer or TikTok influencer, I'm not exactly sure, who's trying to convince her audience that optometrists are lying to you and that glasses are the devil. They're a scam. They don't work. In fact, you can heal bad eyesight through spiritual exercises as well as general exercises and something she calls eye yoga. That's gonna fix your eyesight. She also thinks a lot of the reason that people have bad eyesight is because they believe they have bad eyesight. So if you just stop believing you have bad eyesight, all of a sudden you're gonna be fucking 20/20 vision. And of course, rub some essential oils from her MLM multi-level marketing scam on your eyes twice a day, and you'll be seeing through people's clothes, basically. Your eyesight's gonna be so good. You'll be able to see the future. It's a beautifully ridiculous scam that some people have truly bought into, which is very sad but not surprising in the current climate of the world. And there's a TikToker named Mallory's Thoughts who actually took her course in order to see this outlandish nonsense firsthand, and she reported it to the masses. And it's even more bizarre than I could have possibly envisioned. I don't care how many carrots you eat or how much eye yoga you do, your eyesight still won't be good enough to see this coming. It is so wacky. So huge thanks to Mallory's Thoughts for going to the seminar and conveying all the information to the rest of us. It's a beautiful disaster. Have I seen the Samantha Lotus MLM scam saying we don't need glasses? How optometrists scam you. The anti-glasses influencer who claims she can fix your eyesight but is slammed as harmful by experts. Well, that's just because they don't understand her methods.
What's the one thing that your optometrist doesn't want you to know about? The fact that you do not need glasses. That's right, you may have been told that you need glasses, but that's actually a lie. There are mental, emotional, physical, and even spiritual reasons why you may not be seeing, and I'm here to tell you that that can be healed.
I love spiritual as one of the culprits. You haven't believed hard enough that you can see. Your faith in God has clouded your judgment. That's like actual Star Wars shit. That's why your eyes are so blurry.
If you want to learn more, read the comments. What's the one...
Does she expand on... What? I'd like to hear her methodology here. You've got me hooked. That's a huge scam. She told her Instagram followers she healed her own eyesight and is offering to teach others to heal the spiritual, emotional... Yeah. It incorporates positive psychology, CBT. How's cock and ball torture going to help? Psychoneuroendoimmunology, metaphysics, energetics, nutrition, and alternative natural medicine into her healing protocols. She broke down Lotus course in a video and garnered 2.5 million views. Mallory, a popular TikToker.
I am happy to report that I paid $11 this morning to attend so that you didn't have to. Lotus,
thanks.
We are off to a great start here with a legal disclaimer saying I'm not a pharma doctor. And if anyone wants to explain to me what pharma doctor means, that'd be great.
Yeah, I can do that for you. She's not educated in any way, shape, or form. Like, she's just actually fucking stupid. That's the best I got for you. This is holistic education and empowerment purposes. Ah. So science, then.
So suggesting that you can't see 20/20 vision because you have unbalanced spirituality, because you have some sort of blockages. So, you know, it's like
chakra blockages will do that to you.
We did a few eye health breaks, like eye stretching. She kept calling it eye yoga. It's pretty much the nicest
Can you
part
show
of
me
the
one?
whole thing. At this point, she suggested that
Wait, what is eye yoga, I wonder? Hold on, does she have any courses on that? Now I'm very interested. As an optometrist with a degree, I can tell that she is completely bullshitting. As a man who is not an optometrist, I can tell that she is completely bullshitting. I would hope most people will hear this and know that it's bullshit. We're reaching a point where people will believe anything and everything, but that's only if you do it as a counter to something. You can't lead with your craziness. It's only if you counter something with craziness where they're like, ah, that's the truth. Because no one wants to trust anything. So if she... Here, Samantha, if you're here, let me give you some free advice on how you could have sold this on Twitter to the absolute lunatics there. If you had said, Big Pharma is trying to vax all of us and send us to these optometrists to keep glasses on us as a muzzle, here's the truth, you would have crushed it. You would have absolutely nailed it. But you didn't lean into that hard enough. Instead, you led with your lunacy. So now everyone shits on you. See, it's all about framing. You have to put an enemy, and you have to put yourself as the ally. And that's how you can sell anything.
Could, in fact, change your eye color through cellular cleansing and proper detoxification. At this point, we're about 30...
That's fantastic news. I've always wanted to have green eyes. Does she have any courses on that somewhere that still exist? Man, I need to pay $11 to go to this seminar. Mallory's hogging all of the secrets, the cheat codes. What kind of detox do I need for green eyes?
Says named best vision in the military. What the fuck does that mean? Where did that award come from?
It's a prestigious award. It's like in high school when you're like voted most likely to, you know, be a football star, most likely to be a crack addict, whatever. Like, I'm sure the military does that, right? Best vision in the military award? Take a peek. It's probably a very prestigious list here. What the fuck? There's no Wikipedia page dedicated to this? The best eyesight? Come on. The Guinness Book doesn't have it. Yeah, I can't believe it. Why wouldn't the Guinness Book be on it? They'd love that.
Again, this, like, you can't see because you just need to let go of the belief that you can't see. And she talked about how, like...
That's what I was saying.
There's just a barrier between you and the rest of the world. And, like, what are you hiding from? Then we said some affirmations together.
I've always said that's how you fix most things. You just gotta stop believing in it. If you don't believe in it, it's not real.
Says that you can use eye strengthening oils -Immortelle. I know that Samantha is a rep for doTERRA, sells essential oils under a multi-level marketing structure. And I have been waiting for her to mention it.
This goes very deep. I see. So, she has her own MLM scam. So that's what this is all about? Immortelle, Samantha Lotus. A doTERRA. So this is the grand scheme. Now all the puzzle pieces are coming together. While our products can be used to promote a healthier lifestyle and achieve certain wellness benefits, they cannot be used or marketed as capable of preventing, treating, or curing any disease or symptoms associated with a disease. So the doTERRA essential oils, the Immortelle and the Soluble, our top oil blend.
Immortelle is a doTERRA essential oil. And so now this whole masterclass is starting to make sense. It's a Trojan horse to pitch an MLM.
It's more than that. You're also paying for the Trojan horse. Very interesting strategy, actually, from Samantha. She's quite the pioneer.
And that bottle looks awfully familiar.
Oh, it's the Immortelle, yeah.
What this one looks like.
Saved his life.
Third line from the top, essential oils around the eyes 2 times a day.
I love this essential oil craze that we've come back to. I remember when I was a kid, my mom for a little while was really into the essential oil stuff, and then eventually she's like, wow, this is just bullshit. Because at some point you realize it doesn't do anything. Like, it doesn't even work as a placebo for anything. But somehow we're just ignoring all of that now. It's like, yeah, it's not working, but that's because I haven't done it for 50 fucking years straight. Then it'll start working. It's just people now just get so invested in these things because they don't want to be looked at as a fool. You should just cut your losses and realize you've wasted tons and tons of money on essential oils that don't do what they claim for a lot of these scams. I don't think there's anything inherently dangerous about them or anything, but they keep getting marketed as like these panacea, like elixirs that will cure everything if you just use essential oils. SamanthaLotus.com, Natural Solutions for ADHD, the Reality Hacking Podcast. Fortunately, the holistic health model offers a different explanation and more productive solution. Extensive scientific studies have shown that refined sugar, artificial sweeteners, and chemical food additives, as well as nutritional deficiencies, preservatives, and food allergies are all causes of ADHD. Additionally, other correlated causes are stress-related. Where's your solution? Cut out sugar? Come on. Oh, that is your solution. A diet rich in vegetables, quality health fats, organic lean protein, fruit, and whole foods is the key to a healthy brain. So that's how we beat ADHD, is a better diet. Thanks, Samantha. She solved it. ADHD has been defeated. I'm eating a donut. Well, enjoy contracting ADHD, swine. Should have listened to Samantha. What does it say? Ultimate co-creator? What does that mean? Is she God's assistant? What do you mean the ultimate co-creator? Am I reading that correctly? What a title. Ultimate co-creator. A time-space portal where some of the world's greatest leaders, seekers, and game changers come to achieve complete personal and professional mastery. Now, this is something she sells. Our leading-edge clients, tribe, are those relentless in the pursuit of excellence. They are different. Being at peak expression and experience is the drumbeat of our soul. We do not settle or accept mediocrity in any aspect of the human experience. We want the best because we are the best. We embody excellence. If you are here for human and planetary flourishing and are ready to step into the fullness of your power and share your message and medicine with the world, you are where you're meant to be. That said absolutely nothing. So what is it? Is this how you sign up to the MLM? Sacred Money Archetype. What the fuck is this? What class is that in Baldur's Gate? The Sacred Money Archetype. I recognize you. You are here to make waves in the collective. You're at the leading edge of consciousness, bringing humanity forward in your own unique way. You light the way and pave the path, and yet this path isn't without pain. The constant inner urge to innovate, create, lead, expand, and evolve is all too often accompanied by the challenges of balancing health, relationships, happiness, and true lasting fulfillment and freedom. Thanks for recognizing me, Samantha. That means a lot. What an interesting rabbit hole. All because she doesn't believe in glasses and thinks optometrists are lying to you about glasses being real or necessary. It doesn't matter what you believe for the origin of our species, whether we flopped out of the sea and began evolving on land, or if God made us. One thing remains true. There is something deep in our DNA that drives us to pursue the perfect prank. From the very first time a caveman grunted at his friend Krug to pull his finger, to the time that a YouTuber chased a man in a parking lot with a knife and got shot to death, there has always been this subconscious desire to find and execute the perfect prank. And friends, I'm happy to say we've reached the apotheosis. Our journey is complete thanks to one TikToker who has finally pulled it off. The perfect prank. The airport bomb threat prank. A classic, but one that's only ever been talked about as a myth. A what-if, pie in the sky. Experts said it couldn't be done. But finally, thanks to the hard work of one brain-dead, broccoli-haired worm that looks like a side character out of the Jimmy Neutron show, it has been proven not only possible, but a viable strategy of going straight to jail and facing some potentially life-ruining problems in the future. One TikTok superstar prankster decided to risk it all for glory, and it has not gone unnoticed. This is like the 4-minute mile, but for dog shit pranks. New ground has been broken with this airport bomb threat prank. His technique was flawless, putting on a pair of Toys R Us spy glasses. So he put on his Ray-Ban built-in recording camera glasses, approached some officers, and told them that he didn't want any problems and that he had a bomb and a strap as well as fent in his car. Of course he didn't actually have anything dangerous. By looking at videos and pictures of this guy, I imagine he would puke at the sight of just a single ounce of weed. He seems like a very sensitive soul who's just doing his absolute best to stand out in the sea of dog shit on TikTok. And the easiest way to do that is through pranks like this. I use that word so generously here, loosey-goosey. It's not a prank. You're just committing a crime. That's most of what the prank community does on TikTok. It's actually just committing crimes, whether it's going into the back of, fast food restaurants, bothering the employees, sometimes even just assaulting people, harassing people. That's kind of what flies as pranks, unfortunately.
Oh, my bad, too.
That's all. I'm drunk as shit. So you see that little key over there? I was just drinking and driving.
You was drinking and driving?
Yeah, and I'm a threat.
You a threat to what?
Me, myself, and like everyone around me, basically. Like, I'm just generally like a threat. I'm drunk driving the key over there, and I actually have a fake ID. I have a strap on me.
You have a what?
A strap on me.
He does this particular style of prank pretty often where he just goes up to officers and talks about like drunk driving and having weapons, being on drugs, having drugs. It's a real hoot and a holler.
I have a white sedan over there. I am drunk and I'm driving. I just want to let you know that. And I am a threat.
Alright, do you mind providing me with your ID?
Got him! That idiot didn't know that this guy was just lying for TikTok views. Epic. He fucking got him super swag style, actually. So, he's done this a few times, but this is the first time he ever tried it with an airport bomb threat, and, well, let's just say justice is a dish best served with a side of ass. So he got arrested immediately, he'll likely be placed on a no-fly list, but he was released the following day after posting a $100,000 bond. Now, he didn't post that bond. That was 100% mommy and daddy's money coming to the rescue, protecting their sweet little boy. He didn't know any better. This goofball's still huffing Sharpies to get a little bit of a buzz. But his parents, he can do no wrong. It must be some kind of mistake with the law. What, you mean you can't call in a bomb threat? I thought this was a free country. So they bailed him out, and he immediately posted on TikTok about how amazing life is and how he wants to spread positivity.
Life is good though. I want y'all to see that life is great. Your life is great too. Have a good time, man. Have some fun.
Oh, that tugs on your heartstrings. Spread love. While this guy's entire online presence is about bothering as many people as possible and making their lives a little more miserable for the sake of his TikTok clout. If you really wanted to spread a positive message, he should be talking about the beauty of goof juice and how you can get it at gamersupps.gg/moist, the best flavor ever made. But instead, I'm sure he's going to go right back to these kind of pranks that he's become known for.
What would you like?
Sand.
Sand?
Man, I'm sorry. He don't work here.
He's lying now. Bro, it's my first day. No, I'm hella geek though. What are we doing? Whoa. You can't touch me.
Exploiting fast food workers. So positive, so strong, so brave. Yes, a beacon of love. What a hero. And I don't use that word lightly, but for someone like this, he's up there with firefighters, I think. A true prankster. Going there and just making all of the workers' lives a little bit worse because he's the main character. And we're all just NPCs, little props for him to use for his content. So, even though he regularly instigates different employees, especially the police, he's never done anything this stupid, his friend told them. And, well, he agreed. He's a big fucking idiot. He said he didn't realize the severity of what he was doing. Which I don't think is a good defense. I think there is a level where you are dangerously stupid that you should still be charged and thrown in jail because you are not fit for society. If you can't recognize that making a threat about blowing up an airport is a bad thing. He's currently facing a charge of threatening to use a weapon of mass destruction for an act of terrorism and could face a lengthy prison term if convicted. Fingers crossed. I'm praying that he faces a prison sentence, because I really think pranksters like this need to be made an example out of, because it is out of control. It is spiraled so far into lunacy. It's baffling. He's not the only one doing shit like this. This happens all the time with TikTok pranksters. And it's not just TikTok. I know there's YouTube pranksters that do similar shit, but there just needs to, at some point, be like a hard line in the sand where you just throw the book at one of these stupid assholes and hopefully it'll discourage copycats, because right now, a lot of people, especially someone like him, sees that there's a lot of TikTokers that blow up from just being an asshole that people throw tomatoes at and shoot spitballs at for these really degenerate pranks, and even though they're getting a ton of hate, it's growing their brand, and to them, it's worth it. So it ends up poisoning and inspiring others to follow that same path to success, and it leads to shit like this where they're just constantly pushing the boundaries. I referenced a case earlier where someone charged at someone in a parking lot and got shot to death. Well, only like a year ago, you might remember we talked about that prankster who was harassing a guy at a food court and also got shot. He managed to survive and still swore to continue doing pranks. I haven't checked in on him in a while because fuck that guy. But it's one of those things where even a bullet isn't stopping pranks. As long as they're not being punished by the law here, it seems like it's all just going to continue to get even more silly and stupid. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about this douchebag a little bit. I have a sneaking suspicion he's not actually going to have this huge change of heart and start posting positive content, spreading love or anything. I think he's going to view this as a potential lightning rod to his career, where he's going to double down on this type of prank. But that's just my hunch. I'm no Nostradamus or anything. We'll see how it plays out. But anyway, that's about it. So yeah. On TikTok, you can convince anyone to do anything. And you don't even have to really try that hard. Right now, there's a man on TikTok fighting the good fight to try and convince people that urine is basically the cure to every ailment on the planet.
Now, this therapy is not right for everyone. It's very esoteric, and it takes a Jedi mind trick to get over your conditioning, your industrial age school system, your propaganda programming, etc.
This is urine therapy. I really love how therapy's lost all meaning and weight. You can kind of just slap that word on anything and people just believe in it off rip. I wouldn't be surprised if they start preaching about deep fried therapy on TikTok, where you go and jump into a deep fat fryer in order to give yourself like a golden crispy body armor, and it's supposed to like open your pores and make you immune to bullets or something ridiculous. But the evil programming that he's talking about here, that you have to Jedi mind trick Men in Black neuralizer out of your brain, is the common sense knowledge most people have to not drink piss, and certainly not use urine as a sunscreen, and definitely not using pee-pee as an anti-balding agent. It's not exactly propaganda programming that he's preaching it as. It's literally like common sense. It's pretty much basic human instinct.
Particular situation right here, this is aged urine. This is about 6 months, maybe a little bit longer, give or take. It's got that nice brown tint to it.
A vintage brew. Exquisite taste. No doubt fermented in an oak barrel while Mozart played in the facility while this was festering. So, it's got the nice brown tint to it that everyone loves their pee to look like, and he's very excited. This is a delicacy to this guy. The fucking urine utopia here. He's got everything he could ever need. A nice 6-month-old piss jar.
And then, of course, oof. gnarly. Smells like ammonia. I don't always drink this, but the research that I've shown is it's good for parasites, it's good for your gut microbiome. It's gnarly, so it's going to have that element of power.
I don't always drink this, but when I do, I end up projectile vomiting into my toilet, and that's proof to me that it's detoxing my body and deparasiting me, obviously. The research I've read, none of which I cite and none of which actually exists with any real merit to it, all says that drinking piss is 2 thumbs way up. So I do it. Daily. I can't help but giggle at that belief that if something is so turbo shitty, it must actually be good for you. This is so gnarly, thus it has that element of power to it. No, goofball, you're drinking piss. The only power that has is to leave stains in a gas station toilet seat. That's it. It's not doing anything for you. Just because it's gross and gnarly doesn't mean that it's somehow carrying these, you know, secret benefits underneath all the garbage. Like, that's not how that works at all. And he keeps talking about it being like an ancient therapy. I will never understand why people want to go back to the ancient ways. People barely made it to adulthood back 5,000 years ago. Most people were dropping dead by 12 years old. It's not like the ancient civilizations had it figured out. Like, their techniques were the best ones. People live longer now and healthier now than they ever were back then. So I don't know why all of a sudden we're putting so much stock in the ancient ways.
So typically I use it topically. It's excellent for energy in the sun, boosts my testosterone. I just feel it in my muscles. It really gives me a lot of clarity and energy. But I have it open and we're talking about it, so of course we can drink a little bit and see what happens. The first thing that we get is it's very gnarly smelling. However, once it goes on your skin and you get some sunlight on it, I like to ride my bike.
A great swig indeed. The exquisite flavor of pee. Scrumptious piss. Now, to be fair, it's probably not that much worse than just drinking a Miller Lite, but the thing is, at least Miller Lite's not preaching all of these ridiculous health benefits that he's about to drone on about, all of which are a bunch of fucking hooey. And then he starts lecturing about how he uses his 6-month-old piss as a lotion, like basically a sunscreen, and how it like helps make his muscles feel better and he gets like a pump out of it and all kinds of just nonsense gobbledygook.
Put it on my body, either lay out here at the pool or put it on my body and go out for a ride in my bike, even when it's 110, 115 degrees out here. I mean, I know how powerful this is for me. It's not the greatest tasting delicacy on the planet, but it's kind of like eating oysters or uni, sea urchin. I know it's good for me. It's loaded with minerals.
It's not good for you. Like, that's something that's reserved for a life or death situation where you need piss to survive. This isn't something that you just wake up and do as part of your daily morning routine. That is so outrageous. He just really thinks for some reason it's good for him because he let his fucking pee sit in a jar for 6 months and now is drinking it and using it as sunscreen. Now, he doesn't need to age his urine. He is fine just pissing and drinking it every morning, like fresh urine, right from the source, you know, ethically sourced pee from his cock. He's fine doing that. It's not necessarily the aging that he thinks makes it good for him. He just really thinks drinking urine and using urine in a variety of different ways is just like the best thing for you. Inexplicably. It's so ridiculous. And he talks about how he like puts it on his body and then goes for like a bike ride. My heart breaks for any unfortunate souls that happen to just be walking down the sidewalk when this guy rides by on his bike. I can't even imagine the smell. That must be unfathomable. Like having your senses assaulted by 15 dump trucks all unleashing that Methodist right to your nose. Like you could probably smell this guy coming from a mile away, wearing 6-month-old dried piss as a cologne as he's on his bike ride, his morning commute. Like that scene in SpongeBob with like taking the stink with him. It's crazy how awful that must be.
Cell salts, amino acids, stem cells, antigens, antibodies. But the way I like to use it ultimately is topically. So you put a little bit in your hand there, and then you just rub it on your skin. And so once it's out in the sun for a little while, it mixes with your own pheromones and it smells like perfume.
I highly fucking doubt that. I imagine you just smell like piss. Like, the logic there makes no sense. He even opens that jar and says that it smells gnarly. So how would you take something that smells gnarly, put it on your body, and then all of a sudden it magically turns into something that's like perfume? That's the whimsy of urine therapy, I suppose, the magical mystique of it. He throws out a lot of buzzwords about the benefits that urine has with the antigens and the stem cells and all of that. And I decided to look into it. There's like some research about some of the stuff that is in urine, but none of it recommends ever consuming it or using it on your body in any way, because at the end of the day, it's waste. It's literally just your body's waste. Yeah, it has some shit in it that is like, if you're dumb, like an actual Neanderthal brain, sounds like it's gonna be good, like stem cells. But what you don't realize is it's not like you drinking that urine is somehow like blasting your whole body with stem cells from piss.
It's a little musky, if you will. And so this is what gives me excellent color. And I don't always practice this, but when I do, it makes me feel great. So I took some time to create some jars earlier last year. See me getting it on his legs. I like to get it in where my lymph nodes are. So in the creases of my elbows, behind my knees, on my ankles, where the sun hits me the most, my shoulders.
Now, of course, he's not the only enthusiast of pee-pee. There is an entire community of urine therapy cultists that swear by it. Like, they love this. Like, they really think they're becoming superhumans, beating every possible ailment ever just through piss. It's like the ultimate panacea to them. But that raises an important question. Why not poop? Why is it only reserved for urine? Why doesn't this extend to the butthole as well? Why is this guy not a shit-eating specialist? Why isn't he preaching the gospel about the hidden benefits of feces consumption? I'll tell you why. It's because they're all cowards. When you drink piss, you're not usually going to make yourself super sick from it or anything, so it's a little safer. But when you eat shit, you can make yourself sick. So they're just afraid. If you want my respect, you'll start eating poop as well. So this guy says he gets up most mornings and drinks some pee. Well, how about you drink that pee and wash that pee down with some poop? Then I'll be impressed. You tell me when this guy starts using poop as a sunscreen. Like, it's probably even better than urine in that respect. It's a little thicker so you can get like a nice good lather on it. Yeah, then I'll say maybe this guy's onto something. This whole fucking thing is so ridiculous. Like, it's so ridiculous that you can just make an argument for actually anything and have people believe it. Even drinking their own piss and using it as sunscreen.
I know people that wash their hair with it. They have gotten rid of some premature balding. It's used for all sorts of stuff. I don't make any claims. I just love it. And I've been using it for 20 years. And I love the way it makes my skin look and my muscles feel.
How in the fuck would urine on your scalp prevent premature balding? If anything, it would scare the follicles into submission even quicker. The follicles would kill themselves if they started getting drowned in piss. Like, that's such a ridiculous thing to say. And then he goes on to say that he's not making claims, even though this is exactly what you're doing. These are claims you're making. Like, that's exactly what's happening here.
So every morning I pee in a mason jar and I drink it. I put it in a neti pot and I clean my nose with it. If you want to age it, this is a 64-ounce wide mouth mason jar.
I don't really need the piss brewing tutorial, to be honest. It's pretty self-explanatory. Pee in a jar, let it sit for 6 months. Like that, I think anyone in the world can follow that with no problems and no education required for that. Also, that's gotta be the worst breakfast of champions I've ever heard. Waking up every morning to piss in a jar and drink it. That's atrocious. What an awful start to the day. And then he says that he uses his pee in a neti pot to clean out his sinuses. That's That's galaxy brain. Brother, this isn't a therapy, you've got a fetish.
For tight muscles, pain, not making any claims whatsoever. I just experienced this, and it feels amazing in the sun.
You pretty much get the idea. That's the whole pitch here on urine therapy. You convinced yet? I know I'm not. So I just had to share this. I saw this earlier today, and it is just a baffling video and concept that he's talking about here. I had to talk about it. That's about it. See ya. It's super common for TikTokers to treat fast food employees like props. They've been programmed by that app to believe that fast food employees are just NPCs there for their amusement and their clout. And it's very common when it comes to pranksters where they'll just go in there and harass them for some absolute garbage trash. However, there is one new TikTok superstar that's blossoming. A buddy of mine sent me this page earlier today. I'm guessing this guy's getting some steam going right now. He's kind of like the god emperor of the goof troop who's trying to use fast food employees as props, but in a positive way. A good deed, if you will.
Look hungry.
Okay.
Are you hungry?
Sure.
Pick any spot you want, we got you a free meal.
Alright. Like anywhere?
Anywhere.
Just give me a pink drink from Starbucks.
Just a pink drink?
Yep.
Alright, we'll be back.
Okay, bye.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, what's all the hype about the pink drink? I feel like everyone starts getting it.
I really was confused and I didn't know what to say, to be honest.
What a saint. A truly selfless act that you would read about in the Bible. This man is a hero, and luckily he recorded it so we can all suck his meat. Beautiful. It's just so wholesome. Tugging on your heartstrings. Oh, God, I'm about to fail the try not to cry challenge, man. It's just so moving and inspirational.
I just know you're hungry. Are you?
See, I'm fat. I'm always hungry.
No, not like that, but we're saying you pick any spot you want, we'll get you a free meal.
Yeah, so are you hungry? Yeah, I guess.
Pick any spot you want, we got you a free meal.
He comes at the workers so aggressively, too. I know you're hungry. Like, he has that car salesman won't take no for an answer type shit. You're going to accept this free meal, dag nabbit, or so help me God.
Look hungry.
I'm fine.
Are you sure? Because you can pick any spot you want, we'll get you a free meal.
Dude, I'm not doing that, man.
You don't want a free meal?
No. Dude, what are you doing?
We're trying to get you a free meal.
I'm good, man.
Why are you acting like it's like we're just trying to help out the fast food workers? You're acting like we're like...
What?
We're just trying to help out the fast food workers. Why are you acting like we're like disrespecting you in this sense? You don't want a free meal? Maybe your coworker back there?
Are you recording?
Yeah, we're just trying to help out the fast food workers. Is that such a big deal, maybe?
No, are you gonna order anything?
No. We're just trying to help you guys out. We know how hard you guys work.
Oh, we're doing fine, thanks.
You disrespectful heathen, you dare decline the generosity of this benevolent gift that humanity's been given with this TikToker offering you a free meal? Are you out of your mind? I'll drop the sarcasm for a moment. I hate this. I think it's dog shit. But I will say at the very least, he's not like ruining anybody's day. Typically, douchebags on TikTok, when they start, you know, going to fast food employees, they do things that are just like harassment, sometimes even assault, and just make their lives miserable for their content. At least this guy's not doing anything to that degree. He's just making it seem like he's doing something far more meaningful and helpful than it actually is, and then patting himself on the back really hard for it. So it's pretty cringe. Like, he's not even doing the standard YouTuber thing of going through the drive-thru and giving them like $100, which I'm sure when YouTubers do that, the person who gets it appreciates it. Yes, it's very self-serving to do that content, but at the very least, at least somebody got that money. Here, he's not even doing that. He's doing less than the bare minimum of like an almost good deed, where he's treating them like zoo animals that he is going out of his way to feed out of the kindness of his heart. I don't know why he can't recognize how patronizing and how belittling that is to these workers who are just going about their day making an honest living, and now this asshole pulls up here, jerking himself off about how wholesome this is about to be, where he traps them in the worst dialogue tree ever, makes an awkward conversation they can't escape from, where they have to engage with this brain-rotted, up-dude-obsessed asshole, and then eventually they just say, okay, I'll just take this milkshake from over there. Just to shoo him away, like, get him to scram. Almost every single person in his videos seems really uncomfortable with this, bothered, and eventually just cave in and say, okay, I'll take, like, a milkshake or something small. And then this guy goes and just spends $4 and brings it back. And that's a mission complete. Post-its, that way everyone can applaud you for how nice of a guy you are for doing that. Even though it's something that the employee didn't even want in the first place. And the guy you just saw in that clip wasn't playing ball with it. He wasn't going to indulge in this guy's savior complex or whatever the fuck he thinks he's parading around doing. So he was giving a hard, no, I'm fine, thanks. If you're not going to get anything, just leave. Just get the fuck out of here. And I can't believe this guy even posted this. He himself posted this TikTok, by the way. He starts being really disrespectful to the worker, and then in the caption to this TikTok, he said that there was something up with him. Like somehow that first worker's the bad guy for not accepting your generosity. Yeah, what a real nice guy you are. The second someone doesn't want you to feed them that they never asked for, all of a sudden, yeah, that guy must be like deranged or something. What a strange guy. Something up with him. Man, it's just so delusional.
Am I hungry? Are you hungry? Am I hungry? Yeah. I guess so. Pick any spot you want, we'll get you a free meal. I don't understand why. We're just trying to help out the fast food workers.
No, the fuck you are not. You are solely trying to help out yourself by giving the illusion that you're doing something good. Now again, credit where credit's due. At the very least, he's not going in there destroying the business and, you know, harassing or assaulting the workers like a lot of TikTok pranksters have done in the past. At the very least, he's not actively hurting them in any way, but it's not like he's actually doing anything helpful or overly positive either. He's still, once again, just treating them like they are beneath him, and he is doing them a favor by being there and using them for content. I imagine every employee in these videos would have much rather he had just ordered something and then been about his day. Just fucking leave, as opposed to having this side quest appear in front of them. Because it's food they didn't even want in the first place, and I would venture a guess, pretty much all of them that just, you know, reluctantly said, okay, I'll take a pink drink, never even drank it out of fear of something being wrong with it, like contaminated, because most people aren't going to be that trusting of a stranger who scoots in sideways, fucking filming them in a drive-thru and then offering a free meal or free drink.
Here you go.
Seriously?
Yeah. We got you a fried rice for the side of it too.
Alright, well thank you.
Yeah.
I actually can't believe that. You guys getting anything?
No, we just wanted to help you out.
Okay, well thank you.
Yeah.
You guys, I guess, have a good rest of your night?
Yeah, you too.
Pretty much every single video concludes with him explaining that he's doing this because he wants to help the fast food workers. Which, again, just sounds like a really belittling thing to say to someone who is actively working. Like, I'm here to help you because you need my help, clearly. Which is why I'm doing this out of the kindness of my soul. I'm helping you. And then every single worker that's showcased, when they do eventually just say, okay, I'll take it, and then he brings it, they just say like, okay, thanks, have a good rest of your night.
You didn't get anything, but I know you're hungry. Pick any spot you want.
I don't want to see that shit on the TikTok.
Oh, you don't want to be in it? Is it good? But you look hungry.
Huh?
You look hungry. Pick any spot you want, and we got you with a free meal on us.
Really?
A free meal, anywhere you want.
No.
No. Do you want a free meal?
No free meal.
Almost every single person in these videos says no, but then he just keeps pestering them over and over again, bothering them until eventually they give up and say, fine, I'll take this small meal or this small drink. The first person in this video didn't want any part of this garbage. Good for them. Even saying, don't want to be in this TikTok you're making, and then just shuts the window on him. And he still posts it. He still shamelessly posts that. And then the second group of fast food workers, the first person says no. Like just straight up, nope, don't want that. And then he like targets someone in the back saying, you want a free meal? You want a free meal? And then she comes up and is like, oh, okay, no free meal, but I guess a drink. And then he goes and gets her a drink. Woohoo.
Are you hungry?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because you can pick any spot you want, we'll get you a free meal.
No, we work here, we eat for free.
No, anywhere, not just from here. It can be your favorite spot, like. Are you sure?
We're good.
Does she maybe want something back there? Would you like a free meal from any spot you want? Your favorite spot. What's your favorite spot to eat at?
Like from here?
No, from anywhere.
I don't know. I'm not from here. We live like an hour away.
What's your favorite spot though usually to eat?
I don't know. I've never been to Rocky Rococo.
It's a pizza place. You want something from there?
Sure.
What do you want?
Surprise me.
Surprise you? Yeah. Okay, we'll be back.
Okay.
Holy cannoli, just leave. They are both clearly not interested. They have said no, and he keeps prying, breaking her down until eventually she's like, okay, yeah, I guess that place you just said, yeah, you can get me something from there. Surprise me. She doesn't want it. You're not helping her. You're bothering them. You are bothering everyone you do this to. It just goes on and on and on. And a few of them have millions of views. So one of the fast food workers actually recognized him from this. Like, not actually recognized the guy, but when he said, "Are you hungry?" she immediately picked up on it, started giggling, saying, "Oh no, I saw this on TikTok, oh no," and just like uncomfortably laughing about it, and then still saying no. She doesn't want to participate in this. She doesn't want that free meal thing. And then eventually, someone in the background, he gets on the hook to eventually, you know, say, all right, I'll take this meal. But even the people in the industry who recognize this don't want to take part in it because it's not actually helpful and they're not actually asking for your help in the first place. They're not begging for you to come save them with a free milkshake. It's just silly, and you are obsessed with getting your little good boy points on TikTok by pretending that you're doing something hugely positive and just groundbreakingly kind. It's just fucking dumb. I had to talk about it. That's it. See ya.
My husband and I have removed the bottoms of all of our shoes.
Has the world gone mad? Jump in Jehooshaphac's cutting the bottoms of your shoes off so you can walk around in the city streets barefoot and into businesses barefoot is absolute insanity. But that's TikTok for you, baby.
We decided to start walking barefoot, and one of our followers had a great idea. Since some businesses don't want us being completely barefoot, if we cut off the bottom of our shoes, it'll allow us to be barefoot but blend in with everyone else.
It's the perfect plan. The masters of disguise. Hats off to that follower there, shoes off to that follower there who suggested this fucking stinker of an idea. The barefoot Batman giving them a symbol of hope here. Why not just cut the bottoms of your shoes off so you can walk around barefoot all the time? I bet they said it as a joke because it's the most outlandish suggestion they could think of, and these goobers bought into it hook, line, and sinker. No one will ever know that you're actually barefoot underneath the skeleton of your shoes. So put that in your pipe and smoke it, big business. Also, it's really comical to me that the husband is wearing socks in the house. So they walk around the city streets barefoot, but draw the line at walking around their own home barefoot. What, is your house dirtier than the fucking city streets? You don't trust your own house floors, but you trust the city streets that are covered in poop and all kinds of other bodily fluids and chemicals and yuckiness? But you get the heebie-jeebies thinking about walking around your own home barefoot. Ooh, I would never walk around here without protection on. I'm double layering my socks today, actually. Do you not clean your own floors or something? It makes no sense to me. That's so weird that they'll wear socks in their house, but not in public. They're just full-blown barefoot, letting it be raw.
This is a huge commitment, but we were willing to make it. These are our favorite shoes. Our shoe collection is worth more than $20,000. But this is a sacrifice we're willing to take because walking barefoot means the world to us.
Rest in peace, 20,000 bones. That's a lot of money to just flush down the shitter just to be able to secretly walk around barefoot. Far be it for me to question what people are passionate about, but why this? You know, I'm a bit of a daredevil myself, a bit of a rebel. I like to walk around barefoot in the comfort of my own fucking home, where it makes sense to get my little hobbit stompers out and just roam around here. Why sacrifice 20 grand just to do it in secrecy? Like, you can't just wear shoes for a little bit. You have to be barefoot all the time. It's almost like a fetish at that point, it feels like. They can't help themselves. It's so weird to me because it's a dangerous thing to do. I remember back in college when my campus would do like shoe drives where we donate shoes. My roommates and I did it once, and we walked back barefoot, and my buddy cut his foot on a piece of broken glass and just gashed that shit open. Now, amplify that danger times 20x because you're just walking around the city streets barefoot. It just doesn't make sense. Plus, you're risking, of course, like disease, infection, and shit. Like, probably get like fucking hookworm and COVID, and those two mash together and form like COVID turbo strain or some shit. I don't know. It just doesn't. It doesn't compute. You can't just wear shoes for a little while. You have to just ruin 20 grand worth of shoes to be barefoot secretly because businesses don't want you barefoot inside there, which is a totally reasonable thing to not want because it's gross.
The benefits of walking barefoot are priceless, so now our shoes are worth more than money could ever be. So today we got to work and started removing the bottoms.
The benefits of walking around barefoot, huh? That had me scratching at my chinny chin chin, so I did a little research. There are some stated benefits of walking around barefoot on grass, in nature, where, again, that makes sense. Not dirty-ass city streets that are covered in poop and in fucking grime and grease and filth. Or on, like, the floors of businesses, which, again, are going to be covered in all kinds of shit. The benefits of walking around barefoot are minimal at best, but there are some, and it's all in nature. Like, in the forest, on the beach, like, literally anywhere besides just contaminated city streets. This is just vile and disgusting. I bet if you brought out a Geiger counter and held it to this couple, that shit would blast off the charts. They're gonna need Radaway or something after a single trip to the grocery store while barefoot in these incognito boots.
We weren't sure if this was going to be easy or hard, and it ended up being pretty easy. We made little shelves where our toes are and our heels are. We made a little lip on the bottom of the shoe where our toenails will go so they can latch on, so we'll actually be able to hold onto the shoe while trying to walk without the bottom. And we did the same thing for our heels. The experience of cutting off the bottoms of our shoes was very freeing and detoxifying, just like walking barefoot is.
The word detoxify has completely lost all meaning. It's just a useless buzzword now. It's truly baffling how far we've fallen, but that's the beauty of brain rot. Yes, I start every morning with a dirt and urine smoothie while walking around barefoot to improve my connection to the earth and realign my chakras to detoxify my body. Absolute lunacy. You're not detoxifying anything by walking around dirty-ass city streets barefoot. You are actively toxifying yourself. If anything, there's all kinds of sewage and shit that spills onto the pavement that you're now just barefoot raw dogging. And even outside of that, you could step on like a small piece of metal or something, give yourself tetanus. Like, there's so much risk associated with this and no benefit whatsoever. What do you get? The ability to wiggle your toes a little bit in the open air on the pavement? Yippee! It's just so stupid, and they're trying to preach about it like it's a good thing, and this is supposed to be a tutorial for other barefoot enthusiasts. So that way you can go incognito while barefoot in businesses and on the city streets. Who would want that? Why?
So after we cut the bottoms off, we decided to try it out. So we went to our favorite store, Sephora, and as you know, they don't really like us in here without shoes. I needed to grab a few things for a trip we're going on. The experience was absolutely perfect.
I love the dichotomy between we walk around barefoot because it's good to detoxify and it's freeing and whatever, and then going right into Sephora, which has more chemicals than the goddamn plant Homer Simpson works at. Of course, I have no problem with Sephora whatsoever, but I just really would have thought a couple like this that's so desperate to be barefoot that they'll destroy a $20,000 shoe collection just to cut out the soles so they can be barefoot on the grossest surfaces possible would be really apprehensive about going to a store like Sephora, which has like a lot of really unnatural ingredients in a lot of their products. So it was just weird to me. And it starts to make me wonder if this is all just performative. Like, I feel as though there's a chance they don't actually walk around barefoot ever, and this was just for the sake of being quirky and unique on TikTok. And that's also helped by the fact that the dude was wearing socks in his house. If they really loved their bare tootsies out all the time, I bet he probably wouldn't even fucking own socks, let alone wear them in his own house. So I'm starting to think that they're just lying here and this is all just fake, but I'm not entirely sure. Either way, though, it's fucking gross.
The workers came up to us, they talked to us, they even complimented our shoes. I definitely recommend this if you're trying to go incognito barefoot. It's the perfect way to get all the benefits of going barefoot, but also have no one know.
It's also the perfect way to contract the disease if you're looking for a speedrun percentage, because I'm guaranteeing you're going to pick something up along the way here for this journey. What a great tutorial and what a wonderful lesson. I also love how effective this is. Just look at how top secret this is. As her entire foot pokes out the side of this destroyed shoe casing. The corpse of that shoe is just hanging on by a thread here, as her whole foot is exposed. I'm sure nobody knew. I'm sure they were completely in the dark. Of course, the workers, I would imagine, probably saw this, especially because the sound their feet would be making, slapping against the floor. Like, that's not the sound shoes make. I have no doubt they knew, but they probably just didn't want to deal with the headache of confronting people like this about it. Like, hey, excuse me, why are your dogs out underneath these shoes? We really would prefer if you came back later with shoes on. Can you please leave the store? They probably just didn't want to get into any kind of argument with people like this, so they just let it slide and were praying that they'd be in and out quickly for their stupid TikTok video. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about this a little bit because it was a wacky little thing that popped off on Twitter today. That's about it. So yeah. I've said this many times over the last couple of years, but just like my high school basketball coach, you don't take me seriously. Every time I try to preach this gospel, you think I'm joking. I'm not. Wipe that smile off of your face, Buster. I am going to scream it once again with my whole chest. Cringe is the ultimate evil. It's the only unforgivable sin. Through the eyes of the internet, the ultimate crime is being cringe. So why am I talking about this? Well, it's because 2 videos have just gone viral for being cringy, and everyone has been dunking on them. The first one absolutely blew up, and it's become one of the most divisive videos I've seen hit the internet since the fucking Yanny and Laurel debate. It's this woman celebrating getting her pancakes by doing a little boogie. I have to mute the audio, so I'm just gonna beatbox for this. On Twitter, this video has well over 100 million views. This is the biggest tweet from it, saying we're all the person at the next table, and it's that woman in the background who's looking on confused and disgusted and annoyed about this. And the video has over 100 million on Twitter, but then an additional like 30 million or so on TikTok. And boy howdy, has this led to an unbelievably large and aggressive conversation. Mortal Kombat 1 came out, but the fatalities in this debate have been far more brutal than anything in that game. I tell you what, sports fans, this shit has been wacky. It's her pretending that she's super excited to get food, my hangriness leaving my body, and she's doing a little goofy TikTok dance. It's very artificial. It's not real. Like, is she actually having fun here? Who's to say? That's a secret between her and God. I have no idea if she's actually having fun, but it's clearly performative for TikTok updoots. She's looking for the internet likes. And it's not really bothering anyone because she's just doing it herself. The only one that's directly involved here is the staff that's bringing her the food, and she's subjecting them to cringe, which could be considered terrorism to a certain extent because cringe is, it's a fucking weapon. I don't care what anyone says. Weaponized cringe is some of the most potent Geneva Convention violating warfare we have at our disposal. So yes, the staff is exposed to her like pretending that she's super excited to get food, so the staff brings it over and she starts dancing like a toddler here with her happy dance of food, and it's all fake, right? But she's not really bothering anyone. The girl at the other table is just looking on confused and annoyed, which is a very normal response I think most humans would have, because this is a very weird thing to do as an adult. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you need to dress like an adult. Me. That's right. We're doing a me costume for Halloween, so you can wear me like a goddamn flesh suit. So it comes complete with the long hair. Even's got my tattoos 1-to-1 for temporary tattoos, and then just like a fun little shirt to go along with the whole collection. So that's the new merch drop for this Halloween. It's available now. I'll put a link in the description. Oh yeah, also the beard. You don't want to be a clean-shaven Charlie, that'd look really weird. And there's nothing cringy about that. If you don't want to get made fun of, then that's what you need to dress like for Halloween. Anyway, the point here is, a lot of people were extremely upset about this video. There was a lot of hostility both in people defending the action and those attacking it. Me personally, I don't like it. It does bother me. I've said this a million times. I think the current climate of things where everything needs to be a fucking song and dance that you put on for an online audience of TikTok people to give you attention is trash. Everyone competing for internet attention at all times and faking everything to get some likes on your posts, awful. So yeah, I don't like that. If I was in that restaurant, you wouldn't see me like flip over a table in anger or anything, but you would see me look over annoyed about it, and maybe make fun of it a bit before moving on. But on the internet, cringe is a big deal, and it stays that way, and for some reason gets really aggressive and super deep, like almost philosophical to a certain point. In this case, with this video, she didn't really do herself any favors because she was arguing with everybody on TikTok, and she was getting really mean and nasty in some of the comments. But the point is, people respond to cringe very harshly. Now, there is a bigger talking point I want to get to, but in order to get there, I'd like to show you the other big video that blew up only about 2 days ago as of making this video.
Want to see the cringiest, most cuddly thing ever? This is called a love surge. And we do this when one of us has like so much love in our limbs that we can't contain it and feel like we're gonna explode. So Sean is having a love surge right now, and he's gonna wrap around me and shake with the electricity of love until I catch it too and start shaking, and then you explode with a love surge.
I feel so much better.
Don't you?
Thank you.
You're welcome. And that's the love surge.
So much love was just surged.
Sean's not wrong. There was a lot of love getting surged there. The cup runneth over on love. In fact, I think I started to feel some of the particles from that surge all the way over here. Nearly took out the power grid. Now, this also got really big on Twitter, and people fucking hated it. And they hated them for being cringy, which, as you can imagine, didn't feel super great for the woman in this video here who posted a follow-up.
A lot of the duets and stitches were really funny, and I laughed a lot. I can take a joke and I can laugh at myself. But then some of the comments got like really, really mean. And they were like wishing that like someone cheated on each other, or wishing that like DV on me, or essay, or like to unalive myself. And I think like if the goal was to make me sad, you did it, you won.
She posts this video going over how all of the really mean comments made her feel, like the really personal ones wishing horrible things upon her and the family. And what really sucks is how unsurprising this is. The internet has become a place where you expect this. Anytime a video is posted, no matter what it is, if it's cringy, even if it's good, you already know there's going to be a large number of people that are going to hate it. And when people on the internet don't like something, they go to the biggest possible extreme to let you know their dislike of it, telling you to do the worst things ever and wish the worst things ever upon you. It's unfortunately very commonplace online. I remember when I first started posting on the internet, I had read somewhere a quote: when someone wears a mask, they show you their real face. So basically, it's not the most profound thing ever. When someone is anonymous, they show you their true colors. And most people aren't that nice. And so what happened here is, this was cringy, so people started being very not nice, and she posted this video hoping that maybe if you saw how it made her feel, that it would stop. And as you can probably guess, it only made it worse. The comments were saying things like, just need another love surge, or order up on that love surge to help. If there's one thing the internet hates more than cringe, it's weakness, vulnerability. If you show that something hurt you, that's the biggest possible trophy you can ever give to people online, because now they know they're getting to you and they will just keep that pressure coming. There was really nothing good that could have come from this video, but I do legitimately feel bad for her and Sean here, because their only crime was posting something cringy. I don't think they should have posted it to begin with, but that's once again just the product of everything being a competition to get internet attention. So they took a very personal thing with them being lovey-dovey and having this really quirky love surge thing they do, and they wanted to share it online, because everyone wants to share everything online all the time. And what happened here is it ended up being an awful experience. So let's tie this into what I want to talk about on a deeper level. Why cringe is literally the worst thing you can do online as a content creator, it feels like. Over the many, many years I've been online, I have seen some people do the worst things imaginable. And those people still have an audience and supporters, despite being a piece of shit that does horrible things. And then I've seen cases where someone does something a little too whimsical. They get a little too silly and it's embarrassing. And they lose a lot of supporters for it. More so than someone that is an actually awful person doing horrible things. And I guess it's honestly not even fair to say that it's just the internet that has no forgiveness for cringe, because one of the best examples of an entire career being unraveled from something being a little too goofy actually comes from 2004 and predates the modern internet as we know it. Howard Dean and the now infamous Dean Scream. Howard Dean was a very prominent political figure, and in 2004 was a presidential candidate. and his entire world got fucking blasted when he was doing a rally and got a little too excited. He was given a very passionate speech. He's like, we're going to Washington, we're going to Oregon, then we're going to my buddy Eric's place to eat some ice cream, and then we're looping back around, we're going back to Washington, and then Oregon. And that moment, that one silly little screech ruined his entire presidential run and made him a laughingstock, all from just a droplet of cringe. I actually think he was a pioneer who was ahead of his time, because if he did that today, he'd be looked at as like an icon on TikTok, because that kind of shit's not cringy per se anymore. But anyway, the point I'm making here is, it might not even just be an internet-specific phenomenon, it might be like a human-specific thing, where we're just hardwired to dislike cringe and always hold it against the person who made us feel the cringe. I don't really know. I'm getting scientific about something that has absolutely no basis in science. It's just something I've observed for pretty much my whole life, where some people will do what I consider to be unforgivable things. Like legitimately horrible, terrible, awful things. And yet, they still go on to have an extremely successful career. They have tons and tons of fans. Someone like Chris Brown. Chris Brown, I think, is a bad guy. A hot take. You know, I think he's a bit of a jerk. He has a history of beating women. He beat Rihanna within an inch of her life, and yet, look at him today. He has probably more fans now than ever. Like, he just got nominated for an award at the VMAs a few days ago, and people were cheering, applauding, losing their minds over it, celebrating. Somehow, his fans stood beside him and still support him through all of that. Meanwhile, there have been many such cases of someone posting either an embarrassing video as a YouTuber, or having some embarrassing information leak, or something cringy come out, and their fans, like, abandon them. Just, like, straight up drop it, like, nope, I can't be seen here anymore. I don't know, it's just baffling to me. But yeah, now I'm starting to get a little lost in the rant here. Point is, with these two videos in particular, the people in them didn't do anything wrong. One of them wasn't even in public. And yet the response to it was extreme amounts of anger, which is always just interesting to me. And it's not like I'm innocent of it, like I'm super guilty of seeing some cringy things and being, you know, surprised and even a little annoyed, even though I'm not directly involved for sure. But it's just fascinating to see like the level that people will take it to and just the incredibly harsh response to something cringy. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. That's it. So yeah. Today I learned about an inspiring story of one man's unwavering determination in order to accomplish his dreams and then finally succeeding. It's a heartwarming, wholesome story that I'm excited to share with you, but it got me thinking about a deeper message. The value of hard work. As a YouTuber, I of course know a thing or two about back-breaking labor. Being an internet content creator is often considered one of the most physically demanding things a human being can subject themselves to on the planet. Second only to maybe being a firefighter, or even third place if we're going to give second to something like a mother in labor. But even there, that's a close competition, that's neck and neck. You could have a very intense debate there on which one's harder work. You know, a mom's only giving birth like once a year, maybe. I'm giving birth every day to a brand new YouTube video. So, you know, we don't need to get into the weeds of it. The point is, going out there, entering turbo mode plus ultra and giving it 150%, just putting your best foot forward to work towards a dream is something beautiful. And for some reason, a lot of people these days are very defeatist, like, you know, kicking sand and saying, it doesn't matter how hard I work, I won't accomplish, you know, what I want to, my goals in life. And to that I say, bah humbug. I spit on that. It's like you've never watched anime and the power of never giving up. So I want to make you believe in dreams again. I want to show you the story of Josh Nally. I don't know how many of you have heard of his story, but it's pretty inspiring. Josh is a TikTok content creator who hatched an absurd idea a year ago. An idea so extreme people called him crazy. Said, this man's lost his marbles. He doesn't know his ass from his elbow. This is such a dumb idea. But you know what Josh said in response to that? Nothing. He put his head down and went on that Sigma male grind set and committed to the dream, the goal that he set for himself. You see, Josh Nally wanted to be a professional corpse. He came up with the idea of pretending to be dead every day for a year in the hopes that it would eventually land him a spot on a television show or movie as a dead body. And by golly, I'm happy to say Josh has done it. As God is my witness, Josh has pulled it off and has landed a role in a new CSI episode as a corpse. but let me walk you through the humble beginnings. It all started with a dream and a man who was brave enough to follow it. He lied face down in a small body of water as his dogs looked on concerned, and he was the most convincing dead body I'd ever seen. His acting is second to none. He looks more dead than actual mangled corpses. He somehow looks even more deceased than the legitimately dead. Josh was born with a gift, nay, a curse, that when he lie in the prone position, he is easily mistaken as dead. And he wasn't afraid to use this ability to get ahead in life. I'd like to show you a bit of a story Inside Edition just made on Josh, because I find it very touching.
This guy has been playing dead for an entire year.
Day 19.
Every day on TikTok, there's Josh Nally, yup, lifeless.
Lifeless, maybe. Dreamless, no. His faith never wavered. Anyone can act alive, but it takes a special talent to act dead, and especially to the caliber that Josh is able to perform.
Day 50, playing unalive.
Let's see if I can't maybe get into a movie or television show.
Did he say TV show? Well, guess what? It worked.
All of the hard work, the year-long commitment that Josh put into this art form paid off. He was contacted by CSI Vegas, and they recognized the skill. They needed him, so they begged him, groveled at his feet, praying that he would accept their offer to be a corpse on their show. And Josh, he said yes. So he flew out to Hollywood, and he got his role in the show. They got him in makeup. He's in like a body bag that's opened, and he was very happy with it.
His big moment airs tonight, but we've got a sneak peek behind the scenes. Couldn't resist asking Josh to play dead one more time.
This is how I play dead.
I'm never too big of a fan of people asking someone to do like their signature move or whatever, because it just feels like that whole dance monkey dance thing, do the thing. Like, yeah, I just never really appreciate when someone does that. But when you have what Josh has, it's hard to fight that urge to ask him to play dead just one quick time. Just for the one time. And you could even see in the background, the person behind him couldn't help but peek over and take a look at Josh as he was performing his play dead stunt. I have no doubt when he does the TikToks, he draws a giant crowd, all of them scratching their chin wondering, is this man dead? And that's the whole idea of it. And honestly, I just think it's commendable. He committed to a year long of this little fun shtick. It's outrageous idea, something I've never seen done before, and he accomplished exactly what he set out to accomplish, and I think that's just overall great. But this is not the only example of hard work paying off that I'd like to highlight today. If you were on Twitch yesterday, you may have noticed a new kind of stream pop off, a particular genre that really went hard yesterday. A brand new streamer hit the scene in a big way. Her name is Eileen. Now, Eileen had a pretty interesting idea as well, to try and carve out her own niche on the platform as well as gain a lot of followers quickly. She must have been taking notes on a previous streamer I've talked about and pulled a page out of her playbook. I'm talking about the streamer who had sex on stream, got a 7-day ban, and came back bigger than ever. Well, at least bigger than she was previously. Eileen, however, didn't have sex on stream. She, instead, went fully nude and masturbated on stream, in front of 5,000 viewers, all looking on with a smile on their face and confusion in their hearts, wondering, how is this happening right now on Twitch? Or at least, that's what you were led to believe. The truth is, this channel never actually had 5,000 viewers during her masturbation. That was a claim that was falsely made on Livestream Fail. That is not the actual number. According to the Twitch tracking sites, the peak was around like 300, so that claim's wrong. But she really did spread her full asshole on stream and masturbate fully nude for the camera. And it was live for about 30 to 45 minutes based on all of the Twitch tracking sites that I've seen. That's about the average that I'm seeing. The question on everyone's mind, as they looked into Eileen's butthole, they couldn't help but wonder, how long is her ban length going to be? Because the streamer that fucked on stream got 7 days. What Eileen did wasn't super different. Is she also going to receive 7 days, or will this be a permanent ban? And I'd like to weigh in on this because I think this is a pretty open and shut case of a permaban. The account was created on November 3rd with the sole purpose of having this viral stunt. I'm pretty sure this was all manufactured from the get-go, and I'm also fairly confident that Eileen, the person in the video, was never actually like the one behind this. I would imagine this was taken from another cam site. They just took that cam girl's video and broadcast it on Twitch for this account, and then the post went viral because it's been such a talking point recently. Since there was a streamer that did fuck on stream, that was an actual streamer that did that, and it was a great publicity boost for her, and she benefited from it. So I imagine the idea here was to try and make that happen again on this account, and it's somewhat worked. At least in terms of a conversation regarding Twitch's policy on sexual content. The Eileen1 account here wasn't promoting an OnlyFans, it wasn't promoting an Instagram or anything like that, and there's nothing even linked to Eileen1 elsewhere outside of Twitch. So this really seems like it was just like a one and done thing for the sake of having like a viral controversy, I guess. And that seems to be it. I cannot imagine Twitch says this is like a 7-day ban when it's just blatantly porn on purpose for the sake of porn. But I guess we'll see. Maybe they fall for the old excuse that's already worked a couple times of, didn't know I was live. But again, I really don't think the woman that appeared in that video was the one behind that account. I really think that it was just someone else that took the video and put it on Twitch. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit, just because I find that to be a really goofy situation that was worth at least mentioning. But yeah, anyway, that's about it. See ya. It's sad that society has been brainwashed into thinking that going to an Ivy League school is the ultimate goal for achievements, it'll set you up for success in life, when really, I think it's a bunch of hooey. Where you should be striving to attend is the prestigious institute known as Rizz Academy.
Excuse me, have you seen my girlfriend? She looks like this.
Oh.
What you just saw right there is a woman's heart melting as our headmaster at Rizz Academy does some brilliant in-field work. Enrollment at Rizz Academy can help you find success like this, and who doesn't want that? So, I saw Cody Co watch a couple of videos from this, and I'd never heard of Rizz Academy. Most of you know I'm a huge fan of absolutely awful pickup artistry, as it's called, and this is among some of the worst I've seen. The entire TikTok account is just like this. This woman looks like she's fearing for her life when the guy comes up to her. Almost every single video plays out like this. The women are either extremely uncomfortable or downright frightened. He's like a dementor. He comes up to them and just fucking sucks the soul out of them by trying these pickup lines.
Excuse me, are you a typewriter? Are you a typewriter? No. Because you're just my type. Excuse me, are you a typewriter?
No.
Because you're just my type.
You're funny.
He's just this miasma of cringe, this plague of awkwardness that swoops in. His line doesn't even make any sense. Are you a typewriter? Because you're just my type? Like, what in the hell? Like, the word type is in the name, sure, but it has nothing to do with being a typewriter or anything to do with that at all. That makes no sense. That's like me saying, hey, lady, are you a keyboard? Because you're the key to my heart. Or better yet, hey, excuse me, ma'am, are you a PlayStation? Because I want to take you down to the station and play. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, I'm gonna have to write you a ticket. Who said you can look this good in the premises? What's your name?
Krista.
Do you think I can get your phone number?
I have a girlfriend.
I have a goldfish.
Wee woo, wee woo. Watch out, ladies. Rizz patrols out and about. And he almost wrote her a ticket for being too good looking. And then, you know how that panned out. Not very well. Also, I have to love his comeback when she mentions that she has a girlfriend. His checkmating move is, I have a goldfish. Genius.
Hey, cutie.
Sorry.
Hi. I like your vibe. It's showing like adventurous. Do you know what this is?
Like a old telephone, I don't know.
Yeah, and the only thing, it's like it's not working because I don't have your phone number. You think I can get your phone number?
Oh my. There's a lot to break down here. So he comes at her like it's an ambush. Like, he's part of a sting operation. They're busting her. So, like, she doesn't even register that this was an attempt to, like, flirt immediately. So he walks up to her, like a random encounter in an MMO, says, hey, cutie, and she's just like, oh, sorry, thinking that she had gotten his way or something. So she tries to, like, dodge him. But then he like swoops back around. He's like, wait a minute. No. I like your vibe. And his use of props is actually extremely commendable. So we saw him with the clipboard when he was RPing his Rizz patrol. Now he's got like an old rotary phone out, which I don't know who told him that this is a good idea to be like using props and shit, turning into like a thespian troupe with trying to get numbers, but what do I know? This guy's the goddamn headmaster of the Rizz Academy. He is the one who knocks. So, you know, he's got his old phone. He tells her, hey, look, it doesn't work because your phone number's not in it. It's going to magically fix it. And you can just see the discomfort wash over her entire being. I just don't even see what the endgame here is with this strategy. Like, what the fuck do you expect to happen next? Like, oh, okay, I really want to fix that old phone, so I'll give you my phone number so you can input it into the rotary device and we can get it all squared away. It's like, what the, it's like, you can't even play along with this. There is nothing you can do here except be uncomfortable. There is no winning move here. The only winning move is not to play.
I think you're really cute and I like your vibe. It's showing like adventurous. Do you know what this is? No. It's like an old phone. The only thing it's like it's not working because it doesn't have your phone number in it.
Heavens to Betsy, just put the rotary phone away. Stop using it. It's not working. It will never work. Get rid of the rotary phone and get it out of your routine.
Excuse me. Do you watch Stranger Things?
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say it's the strangest thing because I don't have your phone number. do you know what this is?
Oh, well,
it's like an old phone. Yes, phone. My phone. Do you think I can get your phone number?
Oh, I don't know. Why are you carrying that around? Is that your strategy?
Get rid of the rotary phone, I'm begging you. Take a sledgehammer to it. Vanquish it. Don't do it again. And I am so tired of the lines he uses. It actually is making me upset from the outside looking in here. Do you watch Stranger Things? Because it's the strangest thing I don't have your phone number. Stop it! Fucking stop it! These are stinkers. Like, I could come up with these forever, and none of them are good. Hey, excuse... I almost choked on that one, it's so bad. Excuse me, ma'am, have you seen James Bond's License to Kill? Yeah? Well, I've got a license to kill that pussy. What's your number? Or, hey, you know my favorite movie's The Mummy? Well, I want to put a baby in you and make you the mommy. It's fine. Even just saying these makes me feel awful. The point is, it's a terrible format for your pickup lines here.
Excuse me. Do you watch Stranger Things?
Yes,
Because it's the strangest thing that I don't have your phone number.
Okay. Do you want it for real?
Yeah.
Okay.
5,000 no's, but it only takes one yes to make it all worth it. Buddy's done it. Somehow, the Stranger Things line gets him a number. Probably a fake number, but we'll take whatever small W's we can get out here. That's the Rizz Academy difference.
You don't need Halloween because you're a treat every day.
Aw, thank you.
Do you think I can get your Instagram?
I don't have Instagram.
Your phone number?
Probably not.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Have a good one.
Have a great day, though.
Oh. Ooh. Ooh. That was just a true combo of despair. An awful pickup line into just some brutally honest, no, you can't have my number. Not even bothering to feign an excuse, just, no, probably can't have my number, but have a good day.
Excuse me. If I get bit by a spider, I become Spider-Man. If you bite me, can I be your man?
That was a good line.
Stumbling, bumbling, and fumbling through your own Spider-Man pickup line is something special. Hats off to her for being such a trooper, telling him that it was a good line. 'Cause god damn it, it was a beautiful line.
I like your backpack.
Thank you.
Do you like water?
Nope.
No, you don't like water?
This is the perfect finale here for the Rizz Academy. He goes up to this girl, compliments her backpack as a way of like easing in there to his pickup line, which is, do you like water? The expected answer is yes, and then he's supposed to say, that means you like 70% of me. He has a couple of TikToks where he used that line before to moderate success, I'll say. But he chose this girl here who was clearly not in the mood to play this game at all. So she immediately just shuts that shit down. Do you like water? Nope. And the guy picks up on it. At least he didn't like keep pressing. So he's like, okay, I'll pack it up and leave here. So at the very least, this guy doesn't like keep pushing. He just does his line and then lets the cards fall where they may. So I mean, yeah, that's the Rizz Academy for you, baby. Look forward to your enrollment. That's about it. See ya. Don't worry, I think I've finally found what you've been looking for your entire life. It's not a goal, it's not a purpose, it's actually a person. You've been searching your whole life for a TikTok account called Donut Daddy. Like, I don't really know how to talk about this guy without just showing you. I just learned about him from Cody Ko's newest video, and I am blown away that this exists. This is a particularly foul shot here of ripping the dough in a way that's supposed to be sexual, and then through it you can kind of see him like wiggling his tongue out. Then we get like a blurry peek through the dough glory hole, and you can see him just doing this. It is so weird. It seems like a sequence, like a fever sequence you would have seen in Requiem for a Dream, just like snap by really quickly. So his whole page is about taking dessert making and turning it into softcore pornography. But I just don't see who would watch any of this and just start like fanning themselves like, oh, hubba hubba, whoa, that's so hot. It's just really uncomfortable. Like, this video starts with him shaking some milk like he's jerking off with it. It's so aggressive and so goofy. That was a textbook spank right there. He fucking winds that up and cranks it like that Nicolas Cage scene with the slap. Like, the dough butt cheek, I half expected to let out like an audible of its own, just from how great that spank was. I can't really imagine who's watching this super turned on, like on the edge of their seat, thinking to themselves, oh, goodness gracious. I wish I was that naughty glob of gluten being manhandled by the donut daddy right now. Gee whiz. Like, it's just so weird to be spanking dough. Though I will say, I actually have to give some props here. I think it's very creative of him to include his own moans in the video. You may have caught there for a moment that he just moans during this. He goes, ugh, at one point right there to heighten the sexual stimulation. I think he should lean into that more heavily. So he should start doing like dirty talk during these. He's plumping up the dough in front of him, and then he just lets loose a really nice erotic line. Call me Homer Simpson, 'cause I'm about to dough. And then spanks it. For some reason, this portion is getting flagged for DMCA, so I gotta mute it. I'll give you a little beatboxing in the meantime. And now I'm gonna unmute it. There's a lot to take in there. So, you already knew it was coming, you know, playing with the thing like it's his wiener. You already knew that was on the docket. There was no way we were going to escape a Donut Daddy video without seeing him pretend something is his penis that he's rubbing oil on and buttering himself up or whatever. But what I really appreciate is when he's like dangling that shit and he's fucking slapping it back and forth like a speed bag in boxing. Like, that's not even hot or anything, that's just weird. It just looked like he had a giant cow's tongue that he was fucking beating the devil out of. This is another super common thing he does. Whenever he's mixing something, he like throws his head back in euphoria. And I don't even get it. Like, all you did was start mixing all of this shit together. I don't know what about that is like sexy or anything. Like, I don't get that at all. Like, the other stuff, he's pretending it's something sexual, so a big thing he does is finger every single fruit that he ever comes across. He just sticks his finger in there and starts wiggling it around a little bit. Like, I get what that's supposed to be, but not when it comes to, like, a mixing bowl or anything like that. He'll, like, shake something up and be like, ooh! You know, it just doesn't make sense. For a brief moment, let's set aside the wildly awful concept he's come up with here of turning baking into a pornographic production for single soccer moms that are going through a weird phase in their life on TikTok. The fact is, he's actually not bad at baking, it seems. When I was first cursed to learn about Donut Daddy Productions, I expected that he was going through this big song and dance, spanking dough, you know, beating his meat with a bottle of milk, all of that, and the dessert he was going to make was going to be something simple at the very end. Like, all of this leads up to him putting a Pop-Tart on a plate. But he actually makes some pretty decent looking dessert. It's not like the most exquisite shit imaginable you'd find at like a 5-star restaurant or anything. You know, it's not winning any Michelin stars, but it looks like it's fine. Like, I expected him to be so much worse. I wish he was worse at baking. Like, you go through all of this and at the very end what he sets down and shows off is like a bowl of chocolate ice cream. That would have made a lot more sense to me than him actually being pretty decent at making dessert. So I don't even understand why he bothers with this whole shtick of like, I don't know, being as vascular as possible and then like moaning while pretending everything's sexual. He fingers everything that even has a semblance of a hole to it. Like, he could probably just do normal baking videos and find pretty much the same level of success, I would bet. Sorry, Donut Daddy enthusiasts, I had to mute the audio on this one, but it probably doesn't matter because you can't even hear the video over the sound of you yourself moaning upon watching this incredible display of lunacy. So anyway, this is another one that he's put out there. This one's actually making donuts, which he doesn't do all that often. He makes just general desserts. Donuts seems to be one he doesn't make a ton of, but then again, I've only seen like his most recent works. I can't help but appreciate that he integrates new ways of being weird into it. So this one he goes with his signature move, the dough slap. But he actually true combos it into a sniff. So he goes slap and sniff, spanks it, and then comes right in to get a huff of its fumes. And then he immediately goes back to pretending something is his cock, and then fingering another fruit. And now this part has to get muted because this also led to the video getting blocked, so here's a little more beatboxing. I was laughing so hard at this one because it just comes out of the gate firing. It's immediately like he buckles up and then sets dragon fruit on the counter and just like motorboats it instantly right into the fingering combo where he like makes it like ooze some juice out and then squirts it. It is so wacky. I have to read the comments, actually. I haven't done that. Give me a second. I want to take a deep dive in the comments here and see what people are saying about it. Every single comment was talking about him assaulting the dragon fruit and, like, how odd it is to be doing this. I don't know what the target audience is. Maybe, like, he's doing this for people to roast him and clown on him, but I didn't see a single positive comment going like, now this is what I needed. Now I'm turned on. I feel like this guy watched Sausage Party, and then the ending orgy inspired this whole idea for his TikTok account. He just rough doggy styled that mixing machine and used the cord like it was Agent 47 with the garrote there. Like, like about to strangle the mixing machine in the ecstasy here. Like, he straight up impregnated that mixing machine. I can only pray that it didn't have AI. I hope that's not one of those, like, AI integrated machines, because if so, its fucking circuits are scrambled. It doesn't know how to make heads or tails of anything anymore. Its whole universe just collapsed. Its artificial intelligence is going to evolve into being the next Skynet. Like, goddamn. That just traumatized it. I can't tell if he's more aroused by the machines or the food. Because the way he handles the machines, he spanks them every chance he gets. But he also spanks, like, the dough and everything, and he's fingering all the fruit. Like, I don't know which fetish it is. Or perhaps it's a combat, or maybe it's all a giant fetish. Anything around baking, he's gotta get sexual with, perhaps. But I don't know, it's hard to know for sure who's got it worse. The machines in his kitchen, or whatever ingredients happen to be in there. And now one more time, the encore. This one's kind of an amalgamation of everything we've ever seen from him. He's combining all of his signature anime finishing moves. We have the spank, though this time it's on like a bag of cereal as opposed to dough. We have him with 2 lemons that he slams together like Stone Cold's beers, but they're by his pelvis, so it's supposed to be his balls. So I guess it's him slamming his nuts together. Maybe he's into cock and ball torture. And then he fingers the lemon and sips from it. It's got a lot of moving parts to it. I may not be the most experienced chef, and I may not be much of a baker, but I can promise you the recipe for the dessert he's making absolutely calls for all of this. How are you expected to make a passionate dessert filled with love if you're not spanking the devil out of your ingredients and then like rubbing your nuts on it while fingering it? I saw people accusing him of lubing up his body, oiling himself up for those back shots that he put in there. But you guys are clearly just not experienced when it comes to dessert making. That's how much you sweat when making high-quality desserts. It's a physically demanding sport, up there with, like, boxing and, you know, basketball. So he was just sweating profusely as he was crafting away, blood, sweat, and tears for this dessert that he made. Man, what a crazy fucking TikTok account. Yeah, I just wanted to share this. Pretty wacky stuff. That's about it. See ya.